Hello. Uh, Today we are going to talk about a new topic, and that is also related to C language, uh, and that is what is data file in C programming? What is does and actually how to write the program related to this one. So till now we have written the programs, and what that does actually that gets the input from the users, goes for process, and just gives the output. Means when the program is running, the data given by us, entered by us, uh, it is stored inside the main memory, that is RAM. Uh, and as we uh, finish the execution, if we terminate the program, then the data stored inside the main memory get erased. So how to handle this situation? Means the data we are entering now, it is being temporary, but what we want that data to be transferred to secondary storage media. I mean that to make that permanent, to make the permanent, we have to write the code in that way. So that becomes data file. So data file simply says that actually, and that concept which is in C programming, and that is used to store the data in our secondary storage media, that is permanently. Its main theme is there: store the data persistently, permanently, uh, maybe the hard disk or maybe any other external storage devices. Mostly it is hard disk. So when you write this type of program, then that becomes data file concept of the handling. So for that, uh, so there are many steps to write the program. But before we proceed for that, we have to discuss actually why use data file in C. So first is the data persistence. So what does that mean? Data persistence means that data file provides a means to store data persistently on a storage device such as hard disks or maybe the SSD, etc. Means consistently, actually, if we are storing data, transferring our data from that RAM to uh, hard disk, then that becomes data persistence. And for that, we have to use the variables, uh, and when we store the data persistently in that secondary storage media, then that actually is written in the form of information even after the program has finished execution, we turn off the computer. So that becomes the data persistency, and we can share from there. And next is the large data storage. So what is the meaning of that large data storage? Large data storage, it means uh, whenever we store the data in that hard disk secondary storage media, and in bulk amount or the voluminous amount we can transfer the data, so that becomes very big, and we can handle that easily, or we can effectively manage and organize large data sets that exceed the available memory capacity. If the memory capacity 2 GB, suppose, or the 4 GB, we can store 400 GB or the 500 GB in that hard disk if the hard disk is available. So that is large data storage. So first it was data persistence. So next is the data storage, and next is the data sharing. Obviously, when we store data, in that hard disk or security storage media, then we can share the data easily. If we are working team and suppose there are 15 or 10 or 20 uh, users using same program, then we can share that easily. So this is particularly useful scenarios where the data needs to be transferred or shared between different applications or different platforms. So data persistence across sessions. So it enables the persistence of user preferences, settings, other types of applications, data across multiple sessions. By saving data to a file, an application can remember user preference, means what you want, configurations, whatever user is that, and what you want in that application or the state of program, so allowing for more personalized and seamless user experience. So next benefit can be data analysis and the processing. It provides a convenient means for storing and processing large data sets. I just said we just talked about that. Whenever we store data in bulk, then actually that can be managed easily. We can search that, we can sort that, we can filter that, etc. So these all can be done easily. It is particularly beneficial when the data management, scientific data systems, and more matter. So we can also go for the backup and recovery. So next is the suppose if we are storing data and the data is in a huge amount and actually multiple users and the organization is big, they are working on that, and backup is must. So one thing is there, we have to take up the backup ourselves, and next is there, we can command the ways to take the backup of each app. But it will be better if we take the if we add that feature in our application where just click takes the backup of all the data we have stored, and for that also this backup is needed. And in the case of failure, then what happens, we can recover that data easily. So that is also, so there are many advantages of using this data file. The main advantage is there to store bulk of data, and next is there to make the data permanent. So for this purpose we use data file concept. Now next is there, what are the types of data files? So obviously when we talk about the types of data files, uh, first is text files, means we can store the data in the form of text, that is human readable format, where whenever we input like RAM, then it appears RAM in that file, and just we can understand okay what data we have stored there. It's very simple. It uses ASCII or Unicode value. In text file, data is stored as a sequence of characters, including letters, numbers, etc. Mostly it is a plain text documents, configuration files, log files, source code, etc. So it's very simple. Just we have to use .txt concept for this. Means suppose if the file name is file, then mostly we use .txt as an extension to store the text file data uh, as text file in a file. So this is text file, and inside this we store data in the form of text. And for that we need some functions like printf, fscanf, gets, puts, etc. We can handle that easily. So next is a binary. So text we'll see later on how to write a program. And next is a binary file. So what this binary file is? Binary file is means whenever we write a program, it shows data in its raw binary format without any specific encoding or the representation for individual characters. It is used to store data, non-textual data such as numeric values, structures, arrays, images, audio files, etc. So if that is the case, we can use the binary file. Unlike text file, binary files are not directly human readable, means if we open that, we cannot understand how that binary file is working. It is difficult for us, and we need a special knowledge of the file structure and data format to interpret the information. So that was a binary file. We'll see both the files with the help of program. So it's a text file and next is a binary file. Mostly when we work binary file, mostly with the binary file, I just said in text file the extension we use is uh, file.txt. Whereas when you talk about the binary, then mostly use .ban instead of writing txt. And next is here we use b later while reading, writing, etc. So that is called binary file. For that we need some functions like the fread and fwrite. They are very popular to store the data in the form of binary format in our open file. In a range, we can handle the data efficiently if it's large and complex. Now, it is important to note that the choice between text file and the binary file. It depends on the nature of data and the requirement of the program. Text files are more suitable for storing and manipulating human readable data. If that is human readable, then we go for the text file. And if that is binary, then it means we want efficient storage and the processing of non-textual data. Additionally, it is also worth mentioning that some file formats like CSV, JSON, so they also provide a special way to store data in a text file while still maintaining some level of human readability and interoperability with other programs. Interoperability with other programs. These formats often require specific parsing or serialization techniques to read or read data in desired format. So these all are the basic picture that format of data file. First is the txt and next is a binary .bin we can say. Gradually we will see both the cases, how to write the program using binary and how to write the program using txt. Both are easy. Is it clear? If it is clear, then fine. Do you have any confusion here till now? So data file, it's very simple. Okay, so no confusion. So let's move forward now. So this was about the basics of uh, data file handling. So definition and the types. So what are the benefits, etc. So in this way we can also about the data file. So data persistence, large data storage, etc. Now first we have to understand the what are the steps to work on this. Next is data file handling in C, handling basic. So how to write a program to handle the file in C language. So for that there are some functions we need there, and obviously it is some steps. So let's go thoroughly on this. It involves performing operations on files such as opening, reading, writing, closing, etc. First is opening, then we go for reading and writing, and at the last we go for the closing. So this is how we go for this. So let's go for first, that is opening. So what is the meaning of opening? Uh, before we work with the data file, first of all that file must be opened in particular mode. That also can be said the creation of data file with help of file pointer, and that we can do with help of this file keyword. So it is also a pointer. It's not an arrow pointer, it's a file pointer. It represents the file stream which is going to be worked there. We use fopen to open the file and associate with the file stream. Now so first we need to open the file, and it associates with the file stream. File stream is which is a mechanism and used to handle the file whenever we go for the input and the output. We'll see gradually with the program. So fopen mostly takes two parameters. So first is name of file and next is mode. Like in modes we can use R, we can use W, A, etc. We can also put the plus. So it was about the opening of file. Next is reading of file. If suppose our file contains some data and we are going to read that, then we have to use some functions like fscanf, gets, read, etc. And the example is here. This is how we open the file. This is how we read the data. So if we are going to store the data in that file, then what we need there? We need some other functions like fprintf. We may use fputs, fwrite, etc. So what it does there? It takes the data from the user and just transfers to the file. Means stores in a file. After we have next step, means closing a file. So after working with that file, maybe reading, writing, appending, what we do there, we close the file using one function, and that is fclose. So put the fclose and give the name of file here. This is file pointer, this is file pointer, this is the fclose function, means close the file. And to handle the error, sometimes if a file is unable to open, not able to create, then what happens, we have to handle the error, and for that we use null during file operations. Like for a file return functions return null if any error occurs. Like suppose we are going to read the data from a file and the file is not found. In that case, we have to handle the error, and that can be done using app file equals to null, error occurring file, and the return or the exit. So this is the error handling case. Now, so this was about the step. First, open a file is with our file pointer, declare some variables, and after that go for the input output, write that or read from there, close the file. So these are all the steps we use. Uh, let's see in Notepad. So I'm going to talk about the step you have to perform here. So first step is can you see the screen? I think you can see the screen. Open the file. The first step is opening the file. Next step is declare variables. Whatever value we need, we have to declare that. Next is uh, go for reading. If it all that file contains already some records, then we have to go for reading, or maybe the appending, or that. So this is the next step. Next step is after reading writing, then what happens? We have to close the file. Close the file. So basically we have four steps. So opening the file, declaring some variables, going for the reading writing, whatever is there, and next is closing the file. So using these four steps, we can handle all the programs or the files, etc. Now, so let's see it practically how to open a file and how to do that. So we declare in this way, file, let's give a variable, yes. So what it is, it's a file pointer. So this is our file pointer. We cannot write int or float or char. We must use this file because it is going to handle our file. It's very simple. So this is file pointer. Now with the help of this one, what we do there, we open a file. Let's give our name of file is record txt, and here we have to give a mode. Suppose mode is a topic. W stands for writing, and so many statements we have to write here. So this is the first step we have to perform here, hence opening a file. This file name we can give inside the double quote. This is the rule of fopen. Fopen opens the file. This opens the file in the buffer area. In this mode means what you want to do in this file. W stands for writing, R stands for reading, and A stands for appending. We'll talk about that. So this is the first step we have to perform here, and for this we don't need any that hero file here. Just we have to put same hero file stdio.h. So are you clear about this one? Okay, fine. So this shows water opening. I think you are clear up to here. Now writing and reading we have to go for that. So let's see that. So this line it is for reading or the writing. Now at last what we have to do here? We have to go for the closing. So for that we have to put a function close. And here is file pointer key. We have to put that and we have to close it. So this is the last point. This is the first step we have to do there, and in between them what we have to do, we have to put some other statements made for writing, appending, updating, etc. And we have to keep in mind that this app close it does not work for more than one argument, it works only for one file pointer. So this is the step we have to use, we have to write while writing the program. Now let's talk about the mode again. So when we talk about the mode, first here is txt file, so we can give the this extension name uh, accordingly. So if we want to store our data in txt, then we can use txt. If that dlc, we can also use dlc. And this is the mode, w mode, and it can be r mode, it can be a mode, it can be w plus mode, it can be r plus mode, etc. Whenever we put plus means just opposite of this letter. Like R means reading, plus means writing. Similarly, if you put W, W means writing, plus means reading. If we put here A means appending, plus means reading. So I will show you with the help of program and some more examples here how we work with the help of this one gradually. Okay, so this is how actually we work with the data file. It's a very simple concept. Same thing is written here. We can see here closing file, error handling. So first we need file, open a file with the file string to handle the input output. That's for creating file. R stands for read mode, means you are going to read the data. And W is the write mode, creates a new file for the writing. Whenever we put W mode means it creates a new file for the writing, and if it already exists, its contents are truncated. Yes, okay. A stands for append mode, means the existing contents they are also taken into account, and the new content is merged with the existing ones. So if the file down exists, it is created. Read and write mode means if we put R plus means it has two functionalities. The first is read and next is there write. And W plus means write then read. A plus means you can go for append as well as reading. So these all are the different the modes we can work with them. And next is closing the file. So this is how we close the file. It's very simple. uh, or so this was the basic concept of uh, uh, file handling. Now regarding programs and all others, we'll be talking tomorrow. Thank you for joining me, and so I hope that again tomorrow you will be joining me at same time 4 to 5. Tomorrow, I think 4 to 5, I'll discuss some more programs for the practice session. I'll write. You can join me with your laptop or the desktop. We'll write together, and just if any confusion, you can ask me, and you can share with your friends. There will be discussion tomorrow, uh, and so there will be practice. And if you do more and more practice, then you can do better in this programming field. If you don't do practice, then we cannot do better. Okay, thank you. Uh, so again, I'll join you. Join me. We'll join together tomorrow at 4. Uh, so share with your friends uh, and just tell them that actually every day we are here, we are discussing here, we are learning here. And if you have any questions, just use the chat box, maybe the YouTube or maybe the Facebook. You may use the TikTok, and right now TikTok is not giving me that mm, what we say that RMT. There is a protocol, so this protocol is here. So this protocol I am not getting from the TikTok. As I get, then same session I will be uh, streaming live on the TikTok also. So this is uh, how so. So tomorrow again join me at 4 o'clock. Uh, then we'll discuss some programs. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about some programs. Means there will be practice session. We'll do more and more practice. Maybe some MCQs and some others related to C programs. Okay. Thank you. Take care. Have a great time.